Central Valley Warrior Marching Band. And now, tribute to Troy. We begin this evening with a patriotic medley, Spirit of America. We ask for everyone to bow your heads for a moment of silence. A longtime official of the WEFOA tragically lost a member of his immediate family this week. We ask that you please keep him and his family in your thoughts. Thank you. We ask now that you please rise and remove all hats for the playing of our national anthem, directed by Mrs. Wendy H. Lewis. Please remain standing and sing along to the Central Valley School alma mater.
WPFOA is proud to sponsor the Malcolm M. Prime / Western Pennsylvania Football Officials Association Scholarships Program. The Prime / WPFOA scholarships are available to high school varsity football athletes at schools in Western Pennsylvania where WPFOA members officiate. Winners are chosen by a WPOFA member committee on the basis of 1. Amount of financial assistance required in order to pursue further education. 2. Academic promise as indicated by grades, school ranking, and college board scores. And 3. Citizenship and community service. Applications and supporting information must be received no later than February 28th and are available for download at our WPFOA website, www.wpfoa.org. At the concession stand today, we have the meal deals, which feature hot dog, french fries, and a water or soda for $7. Cecina's sausage patty, french fries, and a water or soda for $9. Or Chick-fil-A sandwich, french fries, and water or soda for $11. Your officials for tonight's contest: head referee, Darren Tatala. Umpire, Scott Whitke. Head linesman, George Michael. Line judge, Kate Dittler. Side judge, Pat Fowler. And field judge, Bill Kennedy. This time, we want to welcome to the field the Spartans of Montour, led by head coach Luke Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Tonight begins the journey back to the mountaintop. Tonight begins the start of championship football. So for the first time this season, get on your feet and make some noise for your Central Valley Warriors.
School football for the Central Valley Warriors here on the Central Valley YouTube Sports Network. I'm Tom Hayes along with my partner Mike Sullivan. We are excited and privileged to bring Central Valley Warriors football action to you again live here from beautiful Sarge Albert Stadium. I want to thank our crew on site, Sean Render and Ethan Young. These guys, Mike, I've said it a million times, they got the hard job. We got the easy job, buddy. Good to see you, Mike. Hope your summer's been well. And guess what? King football was back. Let's get it. Let's roll.
Absolutely, yeah, Tom. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me again. And yeah, looking forward to a great year. Coming off a really good year last year, and some new faces, some old faces on the field that we'll see tonight too. But I think the Warriors are set for a really good season. Tough test tonight, tough start to the schedule again, but
and this is
where things go.
This is a team that Montour, the visitors from up in Robinson Township, this is a team that is very familiar with Central Valley and vice versa. They've played 11 times since 2010. When Central Valley became a high school together with Monaca in center. In those 11 games, Central Valley has won 6, Montour has won 5, and the Spartans have won the toss, and they elect to receive, so they want to go on offense right away. And I'm sure Coach Lyons is happy about that because if he wins a toss, he's going to defer anyway. So Coach Mark Lyons, what a legend he is, has been here, the only coach Central Valley has ever known, and 2010 was their first year. They won the WPIL championship. They won it 4 more times in addition to 2 state titles. So 5 WPILs and 2 PIAA state titles for this program. It's only been in existence for since 2010, 15 seasons, if you will. And Mike, what a job Mark Lyons has done with this program in a way. Basically, he's unifying these school districts.
Yeah, he really has done a great job. And the one thing that they've had going for them too, a lot of teams have to really rebuild every year, and the one thing that he's been blessed with has had a lot of great players where they've really been able to reload. This year they don't really have a game breaker like they've had in the past, but I think overall all the skill positions they're pretty solid. So be anxious to see. They've obviously lost some great skill players from last year's team, Mason Dixon being one of them, but excited to see how they're going to do tonight.
And kicking off for the Warriors will be Dominic Pratt, who is getting a lot of looks as a Division I kicker, and deservedly so. High kick, that's deep. That's going to be an automatic touchback into the end zone, and that is a weapon in and of itself. So the Spartans will take over at their own 20-yard line. Mike would be remiss. I know you're not going to mention it because you're his father, but it's got to be exciting. Your son Jackson, number 18, only a freshman, playing varsity football his first year. I know how proud you got to be, and I know your late great father, the great Gene Sullivan, how proud he would be that his grandson's out on a high school football field. So, Mike, enjoy it, and we're looking forward to seeing Jackson get on a field at some point during his career.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Yep, absolutely. My dad would be thrilled to be watching him, that's for sure.
He's watching. He got a better seat than you and I do. The big quarterback for Montour is Brandon Bennett, only a sophomore, 6'3", 205, and this kid is huge. Draws back the pass, and he's going to take off with it and have decent yardage. Brought down by Ethan Shear. Ethan might be the biggest name, the biggest returner on this squad. If you talk about a two-way player, he'll probably play running back, tight end, certainly one of the best linebackers in the WPIAL. But Bennett picks up 9 yards on the scramble. I walked down the ramp with young Bennett when I left Montour's locker room. I'm like, this guy looks like he should be playing for the Steelers, not the Spartans.
Yeah, he's a big kid. Yeah, and you mentioned Ethan Shear. I mean, he's got tons of experience. Ethan actually played a good bit even as a freshman.
Bennett is dropped for a loss by Shear. Ethan gets in there, assisted by Adam Schroeds, another guy that we're going to be talking about defensively all year long. What a beautiful night weather-wise for football. Yeah, I'm an old man. I'd like it a little bit chillier, but I'm not going to complain as long as it's not 90 and humid like it was during football camp for these young kids. I'll take a third and about 4 to go for the Spartans. First drive of the season. Bennett's pass, he has a man downfield, and it's caught all the way down to the Warrior 32-yard line. With the reception is Jack Neff, the senior wide receiver, 6'1", 175. Pretty decent coverage, but Bennett put the ball right on the money.
Yeah, Neff did a great job of getting up there to get it. Antonio Perry was right there, just wasn't able to get his head around in time to play the football, but that was a great ball and a great catch.
That's something that, I noticed at the scrimmage at Moon last week. Central Valley did give up some long passes, so that might be a concern for head coach Mark Lyons as Halajo gets the carry, and Caden Halajo is a heck of a football player. He had 1,500 yards rushing last year. He'll be the bell cow for Lou Serra, the veteran coach who took over the year of Bound for Glory that Dick Buckus was the head coach for a year. And Lou had to put up with that shenanigans, but Lou, now the athletic director / head coach, doing a great job. No gain, second down 10. Bennett's in trouble, and he just throws it away. That almost was intentional grounding, but you have to admit Archie Collins was there near the football. Archie Collins' father is the wide receiver coach at the University of Pittsburgh. So he's comes from good stock, obviously. Third down and 10 to go. Probably 4 down territory for the Spartans.
Yeah, you would think so.
Last year, Montour won 24-14 at Thomas J. Burko Stadium. And Bennett takes off. He's got some room. He's got some time. He's got a receiver inside the 10. And that is Collins. Archie Collins with the first and goal at the 8-yard line.
Bennett's pass to number 17, Archie Collins, is complete.
They're getting some pressure on Bennett, Mike, but they're not getting to him.
Right, yeah, and with him being able to get out of the pocket there, put some pressure on the secondary, and yeah, they're got to be able to contain him. The play before, actually, it was cover 0, which is straight man-to-man with no free safety, and it was great coverage, but they were in zone there.
And Halejio gets nowhere. Central Valley has stopped the run early on.
Hand off to Halejio. Led the line by a host of Warriors.
Got about a yard to Halejio, so it'll be second and goal at the 9.
On the 9-yard line.
Crowd's starting to fill in now on both sides. Kind of a late arriving crowd.
Yeah, it looks like a great crowd. Watch down here, the wide receiver side, a lot of room down here.
And that is Neff. And they give it the pass over the middle, touchdown. And on the reception is Xander Stern, I believe that was the catch by number 5, was it? Xander Stern.
I believe so, yep. Yeah, it's hard to see the number. Yeah, he just ran a simple slant route there and was wide open.
So Stern with a quick toss from Bennett for the 6. They'll go for the extra point. Luke Medvitz, the junior place kicker on for the Spartans, adds the extra point to make it 7-0. Well, that's a pretty good opening drive by Lou Serra with the Spartans. I don't know, Mike, if you could ask for much more than that.
Absolutely not, especially on the road. Your first series, the first game, gain some, give your offense. They've got a new starting quarterback, give you some confidence. Really, the big play for them was the third and medium, in the third play of the game, and they were able to hit the big ball down the sidelines on the near side here, which kept the drive going.
We want to thank and congratulate our new superintendent of Central Valley School District, Sean McCreary, and also high school principal Mark Vukovic for having us on board again this year. So, Sean, Mark, thanks for your support. And, of course, as always, Athletic Director Sam Cercone, who hooks us up here in the press box. Eddie I. Miller, our Director of Technology, up in the booth again tonight. And we really appreciate the commitment by Central Valley School District, Mike, to put on these games. I think other than the play-by-play guy, it's a first-class group.
That's right. Yeah, it's great that they're able to broadcast the game and people are able to get here and watch on TV.
Well, we have people all over the country listening, all over the world on the World Wide Web. It'll be Lawson deep at the 5. Lawson up the middle. He's got a seam, and he's tripped up all the way out to the 40-yard line. That might have been a touchdown-saving tackle by Archie Collins.
Great return there by Aaron. He did exactly what you need to do on the kickoff, hit it right up the seam, and that's a great field position that you want to start on with.
Yeah, that was nothing fancy. That was just pure athleticism and speed.
Yeah, Aaron's got some wheels for sure.
Sophomore quarterback Braddock Ambrose takes over for Steve Rutherford. And Shearer with the football, and Ethan gets about 7 or 8 on the carry. Off right tackle. Nice interior line blocking.
Number 5, Xander Stern. Good for a gain of 9. 2nd and 1.
Starting center this year is Maddox Skurlak. We have Timmy McElhaney on that line. Big guys, Brendan Alexander, Nolan O'Neill. 2nd down, 2 to go. They're going to throw for it. And Lawson has a first down into Spartan territory, but a flag comes in, and man, that ref has an arm. He threw that 25 yards.
They called a hold. I'm not sure who was on it. Brady Knoll up top, the outside receiver, had a great block. I don't think the flag could have come. The flag came from the other side of the field.
Yeah, might have. Maybe it was a hold on the wide out because it came from the wide side. So that'll negate the Warriors' 1st and 10. It cost them 10 yards of real estate. Takes it back to the 41-yard line where it'll be about 2nd down and 7.
I really think it was on Knoll because Coach Lyons is pointing to this official and pointing to the far side of the field how he could have made that call. It looked clean to me.
Low pass, incomplete, intended for Micaiah Med.
Number 33, Micaiah Med.
He had a nice chat with his grandfather, Burdell Thomas. One of my favorite guys
Bring up 3rd down.
that I've met behind the mic. This is now my 44th year of covering high school football in Beaver County in some way, shape, or form. I tried to get out a few years ago, but it's like the mafia. They won't let you leave. They bring you back in.
Need to convert here in this 3rd and 7.
Blitz on the play. Good pressure. Ambrose rolls out. Ambrose, great vision to pick up the 1st down.
Flag here in the secondary. Guessing it's got to be, I think it's defensive holding.
Well, Braddock showed his athleticism there.
Yeah, Braddock can run.
And, you know, that was a smart read, too, because I think he saw the crease. He saw that opening and realized, man, if I take off now, I'll get the sticks. Instead of waiting for a receiver to develop downfield, that's a good decision. And you love to see your quarterback, especially a new starter, make a heads-up play like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Braddock didn't get a whole lot of PT last year, but if I recall, it was either the Bell Vernon game or maybe the McGuffey game last year. He ended up starting because Stevie Rutherford was
McGuffey.
injured.
5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's played great, so got a lot of experience in that game early on. And
Ethan Shearer with the carry. Now, granted, McGuffey's not one of the upper echelon teams, but it doesn't matter. They're still, an opponent that you've got to beat on the field.
Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
2nd down, 5 to go as they pick up 5 on 1st down. This could be a good answer drive. After giving up the 80-yard drive to the Spartans of Montour, Montour leads at 7-0, but the Warriors in their dark navy blue tops and bottoms with these Carolina blue helmets and numbers. Ethan on the jet sweep, and he is brought down short of the sticks. Great defensive play there by Nicholas Cecilia.
Number 17, Archie Collins.
Archie Collins there as well, but Cecilia was the main guy. 3rd down, 3 to go.
On the 37-yard line.
2 there. So far, it's a 3rd run, and first 2 were inside zone, picked up 7 and 5 yards. See what they do here on 3rd, but they're definitely having success running inside. That one was on the perimeter.
Jarius Baker, a senior, another guy up on the line I neglected to mention. Shearer with the 1st down. That's huge. Loose football. Who's got it?
They were calling him down, Tom.
Okay,
he got it back, too.
That's
Shearer on the carry. And that'll be good for Central Valley Warriors.
So the Warriors continue to drive and move the sticks.
Shearer's a little bit shaken up on the play. It looks like he's down on the knee.
You know what? He knows the trainer pretty well. Maybe you should go see him.
I'd rather he not.
Ethan's dad, Will, was the head trainer for the Warriors.
Looks like he's okay.
You got an injury timeout?
I think Coach Lyons called a timeout.
Okay. I didn't see the signal, so I didn't know if it was.
Looks like Ethan's shoulder a little bit. He's complaining about his shoulder.
That's got to be a fine line there between dad and trainer with Will, you know?
Yep.
As a dad, you're like, come on, spit on it, and, you know, you're okay. Rub it around, we'll be all right. But as the head trainer, you got to make sure he's 100% healthy, and he's going to go to the sidelines to get a closer look. I think the most disappointing thing that can happen in high school sports is to see a senior suffer an injury.
Sure. Yep.
And we're not saying this is anything to worry about right now, but it's concerning to say the least. But he did get the first down to the 33-yard line of Montour. And that is the freshman Bosco for a good pickup. Ethan Bosco with the carry.
Yeah, great run by Ethan. Luke Jarovac, a great kick-out block on that. Senior tight end.
Gain of about 6. Called second down, 4 to go.
Good for a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. On the 26-yard line.
This has pretty much been a ground control drive for the Warriors.
This would be a great time for play action right here, 2nd and short.
And they're going up the gut again. And I believe that's Bosco getting the first down.
Hand off up the middle to number 20, Ethan Bosco.
Tom, I mentioned a few minutes ago, right after the Shear's third carry. That's Bosco's second. Now that's four runs up the middle, right up the gut, and they're definitely having success in the interior. So we'll see if they continue to.
And that's
I
encouraging.
would imagine that'll be a trend.
Yeah, because that's a pretty decent-sized line up front for Montour defensively. Now Makai Ahmed comes off gingerly, and Brady Knoll will replace him. Warriors 1st and 10 at the Montour 21. Inside handoff again to Bosco.
Hand off to Bosco. Brought on by number 3, Cole McGilly.
Is in there to spell.
Good for a gain of 1.
Looks like he's coming out
2nd and 9.
4 wides now.
Grew up with Ethan's grandmother, my cousin Carrie Bosco, and it's a great family he comes from.
Absolutely. Ryan was a freshman at Geneva when I was a senior, Ethan's dad.
Okay. Screen pass to Lawson, and Lawson gets a move. He's at the 5, down to about the 2.5, 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Warriors.
2 really good blocks by Knoll.
Yeah, I was scared there.
Yep. Yeah, great block by Knoll there and Perry on the outside.
1st and goal at the 1.5, they're going to say he got to.
Shear's back in.
That's great news. He's in the. He gets the football, and Ethan's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. What a great answer drive by the Warriors.
Yeah, great answer, great drive. I don't recall either that we had a negative play on that drive as well.
Pratt on for the tie.
Meaning negative yardage.
Right. No, that was a positive drive, very positive. No penalties either, I don't think. Well, they won one penalty. Extra point is good. We're tied at 7. Montour 7, Central Valley 7. 9-yard touchdown reception by Xander Stern for Montour. And a 2-yard touchdown run by Ethan Shear. Both extra points are good. And we are knotted at 7 now. This is what I like to see. For your defense, Mike, and you played the game, you know the game better than I do. That first look defensively, that's kind of a feeling out period, is it not? And in that second series, you should get a little more confident and certainly more familiar with what your opponent's going to do.
Yep.
So I would look for CV defensively to play better, much better on this second drive than the first.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could say the same for Montour. A little bit of jitters. I mean, Central Valley really has a pretty veteran-laden defense. A lot
right.
of kids returning from that defense last year, and yeah, I think we'll see them settle down a little bit here. I mean, a couple of the plays, even the big first down. Once Montour got down inside the 10-yard line, they allowed Bennett to get out of the pocket. I think need to keep him in the pocket too and not allow him to use his feet and get out on the perimeter and have a chance to run or pass.
They need to touch him. They need to make some
Yeah,
contact
absolutely.
on Bennett.
Yep.
You know, sometimes a sophomore quarterback, you hit him a couple times,
Oh, yeah.
he gets things in his head a little bit.
Yep. Make them pay.
Pratt with the kick, and it's a touchback. That's an automatic weapon there if you can do that. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to, your special teams don't have to worry about chasing the scat back all the way.
Yeah, Dom can boom them, and I've seen quite a bit of their practices, and he was nailing them from 53 yards at least in practice. So
he's getting a lot,
and that's a weapon.
He's getting a lot of buzz throughout the WPIL. Central Valley will travel to Thomas Jefferson next week. The road doesn't get any easier, I can tell you that much. Montour hosts Moon next week. Little jet sweep handoff. Good run there by Xander Stern, who has the Montour touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like a made the tackle there. Definitely more than you want to give up on first down.
Yeah,
about
they
7 yards.
They had initial contact at the line of scrimmage, Mike, and Stern just busted through.
Yeah, he was able to get the perimeter. And
3:47 left in this first quarter. Tied at 7. Understand on our video feed we have a new score bug on there, so hopefully that's working out for all our viewers out there in YouTube land. Inside handoff, and that should be a first down because it was a 1st and 10 from the 20. He reached the 30. It is.
Yep.
And up to number 27.
Elijah again. Elijah's going to get so many carries this season. 5'11", 185. Not a super big kid, but very strong and powerful.
Like Neff went to the sidelines with maybe an equipment issue.
Quick screen pass. And nice coverage there by the Warriors, and I think that was Antonio Perry on the stop.
And it's a pass.
Yeah, that was just a little jailbreak screen, you'd call it.
Brought down by number 2, Antonio Perry.
That's almost, a lot of times you almost consider that like a variation of your outside zone run game, and try to loosen things up for your interior inside zone run game. See what they do here.
2nd down, 7 to go for the Spartans, who are wearing their white tops and black pants, sharp outfits. Bennett's looking to throw it. Has a man. And that man with a flag on the play is
going to be
Dylan
on Neff.
Rogers.
It's pass number 1, Dylan Rogers is complete.
Yeah, Neff was on Brady Knoll pretty good there. You could see it from the get-go.
Yep, good call, Mike.
Holding on the Spartans. That would be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, 2nd down.
Fast-moving quarter.
Got to send a shout out to my son Brad, listening down in Charlotte, North Carolina. We talked,
Nice.
Mike, about this broadcast going all over the country, so he should be taking his girl Shay out for a nice dinner on a Friday night instead of watching his old man. Bennett to the outside. Bennett's going to have the sticks and more. Boy, this kid's a stud. What a player.
Bennett on the keeper. Flag on the play.
And another yellow flag on the play.
Yeah, I'm guessing with where the flag is, I would venture to guess it's holding on a med unless Montour was holding downfield once
Well, it'll be
Bennett started to
declined
run
if
with
it's
the
against the
football.
Warriors. So
Yeah, you would think it would be against Central Valley, but I'm not sure.
seems to be some discussion. Lou Sierra wants an explanation. Lou always dapper in his black shirt and tie, khakis.
Holding.
Lucero, one of my favorite coaches in the WPIL. Such a great man. Also the athletic director at Montour. And it will be against the Warriors. And
Hold it on the Warriors.
they're going to add it on to the run or not?
Yeah, it appears so.
No, I think they're going to decline it and take the play. Yeah, because that's where Bennett was out over
you're right.
midfield. Anyways, regardless, Brandon Bennett, BB, if you will, into Warrior territory.
Coverage was great on that play. It really was.
Bennett's going to throw it. Man wide open. And he's still on his feet down to the 10-yard line. This guy, Xander Stern, Lucero was holding him close to the vest. He never mentioned him in my pregame interview.
First down.
Yeah, that was just a simple little option route. The receiver kind of sat in the hole, and Perry came up, missed the tackle, turned into a big play.
And another first and goal to the 10. I think, yeah, they're at the 10. They can't get a first down, I don't believe. Pelaggio, and he is dancing around outside about the 6 maybe. Looks like the 7 he stepped out. Boy, this offense is multifaceted. It's difficult to stop. I'm not sure who Lucero's offensive coordinator is, but he's doing a masterful job.
Yeah, they've mixed it up pretty well so far.
Montour upset Aliquippa last year during the regular season. Well, at that point, I'm not sure it was an upset because Montour was a well-oiled machine.
They were undefeated until the last 2 games of the year.
Yeah, and they had a massive injuries near the end of the season. Got to the WPIL semis and lost.
Great job by Brendan Alexander on that play.
Of course, Central Valley got all the way to the AAA finals, losing to Avonmore 17-0. Timeout. Who do we got? Central Valley.
Timeout. Central Valley.
It's Central Valley Youth Night here, too. All the little warriors, Torps, Termites, and Mighty Mites are here in their game uniforms.
Yeah, fun for those kids.
I think they take on the Beaver Falls Tigers tomorrow at Todd Lane School. A lot of these big warriors were little warriors at one time. And now here they are in the high school field. What a thrill it is for them to play here on this. This is really a great facility at Sarge Albert Stadium. The folks in this school district are blessed to have this.
Big play here early in the game, 3rd and 8. You'd like to at least hold Montour to a field goal attempt here.
And traditionally, Montour's had a pretty good soccer program that they've relied on getting their kickers from. Mark Lyons taking a walk down the sidelines talking to the coaches to our immediate right. A couple new coaches on the staff this year. One in particular, a dear friend of mine, Billy Batoris, who I grew up with in Monaca. His dad was a well-renowned coach in his own right. Babe Batoris coached me to a 4th grade championship in basketball. Pelaggio stopped at the line of scrimmage. Of course, I was a starting point guard, so I probably had a lot to do with that chip, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Babe Batoris, though, he was one of those quintessential youth coaches that he wasn't in it for wins and losses. He was in it to make you a better young man. He was in it to improve your quality of life. Babe Batoris, rest in peace. One of my favorite guys in my entire life. I have so much respect for the entire Batoris family.
4th down, they're going for it.
They're going for it, and Bennett's going to get it. Bennett is into the end zone, and Mike, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, made that too easy. They spread. you could kind of see it coming. They spread the wideouts so far out that you could, I mean, the two outside receivers on both sides of the ball were so far spread out. You knew that they weren't going to be running routes. They just ran the DBs in the corners. And
but what does that say about your
had
kicking
tons
game?
of room.
Is there concerns that maybe Lou doesn't have faith in his kicking game, I wonder?
Yeah, I was a little surprised. Fourth and 10
goal to
early
10.
in the game. Yep.
Yeah, it's 4th and goal. You can't get a first down. You got to get a touchdown, and they did. And the extra point is good. So Montour with the 14-7 lead.
Medvitz looks like he has a pretty good leg. I think Sarah's just being aggressive there. It worked out for him.
Well, I think he's learning. He's going to have a lot of faith in Bennett to run this offense. It's quite obvious. This kid's a talent, and they're going to utilize it. Who can blame them? 14-7 Montour.
Yeah, and so far he's hurt him really with his arm and his legs. You can tell they're trying to keep him inside the tackles, but like the big play he had at the beginning of the drive, he got outside, broke contain, and that was just nothing but a quarterback draw on the touchdown.
He's listed at 6'3", 205, and that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes
he doesn't look like a sophomore.
No, I walked down. I said I walked down a hill with him, and I thought I was walking with a Steeler. The kid was huge. And he's not playing like a first-year starter. I mean, he got some playing time last year, I would imagine, but not a lot.
Yeah, Zero isn't holding back with him either. They've thrown the ball a good bit already, too.
Onside kick, and it's going to be picked up by the Warriors. Wow.
We were real fortunate there. Real fortunate.
Riverside gambler, Garrett Worsing on the recovery. Wow.
I thought that was Jackson for a minute. Jackson was in there. Great job by Garrett Worsing to recover that. He did the right thing. He came and got it, too.
Yeah, he did come up after it. Midfield for the Warriors.
They must have been anticipating that, too. And the only reason I know is because that was our hands team, because Jackson's on the hands team.
Well,
so they must have been anticipating that.
Mike, congratulations. Your boy got some varsity action already. That says a lot for a 9th grader.
His heart's probably pounding right now.
Well, that's okay. Yours is probably pounding more than his. Inside jet sweep by Lawson with about 3 yards.
Hand off to number 9, Aaron Lawson. Brought down by number 3, Cole Dilly. Good for a gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go. Warriors with a short field due to the onside kick. Up the middle, first down. Ethan on Krusik with the sticks. So they have 3 guys that can run the ball, and Shear, Bosco, and Ondrusik.
Yeah, and Ondrusik's only a sophomore. Bosco, as you mentioned earlier, only a freshman. I'll tell you what, Tom, don't be surprised if Coach Lyons continues to work the interior, running a lot of inside zone, because Montour's not stopped it yet. And he loves to pound the rock. If he's able to keep doing it, they're going to continue to.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Montour 14, Central Valley 7. We've only had 3 offensive series in that first half, and we've had 3 touchdowns. In that first quarter, I should say. And now Central Valley, with their second possession, is on the move also. 9-yard touchdown pass, a reception, I should say, by Xander Stern, thrown by Brandon Bennett from Montour, gave them a 7-0 lead with 8:30 to go in the first quarter. And then Central Valley came right back. Long drive. Well, not too long, 60-yard drive on after the nice kickoff return by Aaron Lawson. 2-yard touchdown run by Ethan Shearer. Tied the game up at 7, but then Brandon Bennett with his magic scrambled on 4th and 10 They forego a field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. They pick up a touchdown, and they lead it 14-10. Then they tried the onside kick. As Mike mentioned, the hands team's out there. Central Valley recovers it. Garrett Warsing came up with it. Jackson Sullivan around the ball as well. They were ready for it. So I don't know if you can really outfox Mr. Lyons and Mr. Sierra. They've seen it all. Pass down the field, too long. That pass was intended for Brady Knoll.
Yeah, he had him. Brady had about a step and a half on the corner and just a little bit out of his reach.
I like the call, though, because we haven't seen the Warriors throw it deep yet.
Right, yeah, haven't stretched the field.
You talked about up the middle, hey, diddle, diddle. And it's been working, but you got to open it up sometimes. So that's a good call. 2nd down, 10 to go, because they're more than likely in 4-down territory until they have to get into a field goal opportunity. On Drusik with the pickup, about 4.
The flag right at the snap of the ball, so I don't know if Knoll maybe jumped. It was on the far side. I don't know if Knoll jumped early or what happened on that.
Sideline warning for
yeah.
the Warriors.
So Ethan Shear is sitting on the bench with ice on his neck. They were working on stretching his neck, so look, it makes me wonder if he's got a stinger, he's got some nerve, something going on with the nerve in his, going from his shoulder to his neck, because they were really trying to stretch him out. Now they've got Andrusic in there.
Well, it's going to be 2nd down, 7 to go. Ambrose in trouble, finds an open receiver, and that's going to be Knoll for the 1st down. Brady Knoll, the senior captain, all the way down to the 20-yard line.
It's a great play by Ambrose. Got flushed out of the pocket. He showed a lot of composure there by setting his feet, throwing across the field. That's a dangerous throw, but he did a great job of getting it to Knoll, and Knoll did a great job of settling in the hole there to make the play.
Yeah, he really did, because I thought he was going to run. I didn't think he had the wherewithal to stop and throw back across his body like that. Heck of a play by Braddock Ambrose. On Drusik with the ball, and he's got about 3 or 4. Little mix-up in the secondary as Connor McGuire is introducing himself to Luke Jaravac.
Ball the 17-yard line.
2nd down, 7 to go.
Wasco checked in now for Andrusic.
And they'll throw it to Bosco in the backfield, and he does well to get back to the line of scrimmage. And a late flag, 2 of them to be precise. And a 3rd one. So someone's talking down there after the play. This is going to be weird.
I think that last one was on us. I think Ahmed said something after the play, after the first flag was thrown. That's a killer, too. That's going to put the ball back outside the 30.
Yeah, all 3 flags right where that contact was made by the DBs and receivers.
I saw it kind of on the tail end, and it looked to me like maybe it was going to be offsetting initially. But I think the last flag to come in was on Ahmed. Like I said,
Well,
that hurts
Coach
you there.
Lyons doesn't like the explanation too well. I didn't think he would. Of course, Mark knows what it's like being an official. He's officiated basketball for years. I don't know if he still does or not, but he used to anyways. Of course, he is an assistant on the girls' basketball program to Chris Rosso.
Dead ball, personal foul on the Warriors. Dead ball, personal foul on the Spartans.
Did they eject someone?
Unsportsmanlike on the Warriors. The player has been ejected.
It had to be pretty bad. Can't lose your composure. He definitely said something after the whistle. You could see it, or after the first 2 flags came in. And the coaches are letting them have it.
Yep. I mean, this is an emotional game, without a doubt, but you got to keep it in check. It's hard. That's a fine line, between being smart and aggressive.
Right.
Mike Tomlin, one of his favorite sayings is, "I'd rather yell whoa than sick 'em."
Yeah, that's right.
But sometimes whoa, sick 'em is the way to go. He said that last night because Jalen Ramsey got that personal foul throwing a running back down after the whistle was blown. That's just, a veteran can't make a dumb play like that. So this brings it all the way back to the 32-yard line, and they've got to get down to the 10. So it's 2nd and 22 for the Warriors.
Montour called a timeout.
Timeout. Montour.
Well, that will give Central Valley a chance to talk it over. What's in the playbook for 2nd and 21?
Well, you don't need it all. Don't need to get it all back at once here. So you've got. Here's the thing too. You've got 2 plays. Obviously, you got 2 plays to try to get a first down, but you also got a great place kicker. So you want to give yourself at least in position on 4th. If you get to 4th down, that you've got an opportunity for a field goal. And they're already within Pratt's range, but obviously, Coach Lyons, he's going to still be aggressive here. But yeah, you've got really essentially 2 plays to get the first. So you don't need it all in one big chunk. And I can guarantee you, if they get down to 4th and 1, 4th and 2, he's going to go for it.
Oh, no doubt. Well, you'll like this good news, Mike. My son-in-law Wayne texts me. Blackhawk leads Beaver Falls 7-6 with 8 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. So you old Cougar, you have to be happy with that.
I like the sound of that.
Especially against the BF Tigers, right?
That's right. I taught at Beaver Falls, though, too, for years. So a lot of people there that I know and love. But, yeah.
You still bleed green and
Cougars.
gold, though. Bosco, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Defensively, they were there. Tyson Verdream on the stop.
Tyson Verdream. 3rd ball.
Well, if they can't get a first down or score on this drive, there's going to be a lot of pressure on this defense, Mike, because I don't think you can afford to go down 2 scores against this Montour team if you're Central Valley.
Right.
That would make your job of winning this football game very difficult. Screen pass is set up, and on Drusick, he needed one guy to miss and couldn't do it. Still a nice play down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, got a lot of it back. They're going to kick it
Now
here.
I was going to say, now you give Pratt a chance to get some points out of this.
Yep. Yeah, you absolutely have to.
Which, you have a better chance of making a field goal than getting a 1st and 11. This would be a 39-yarder. At the 29, add 10 for the end zone. It'll be a 39-yard attempt for Pratt. He's got the leg, and he's got the kick.
Great job. He could have made that from
14
49.
to 10 with the big kick by Pratt. That's a big 3 points, Mike, because with that huge penalty, that really shot that drive in the foot, shot themselves in the foot, and to get 3 out of it says a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if I believe it was second and maybe 6 when the penalty occurred, and it ended up 2nd and 21, and you're on the 32 to get some back on Drusick, to get some back on 3rd down there to get him back in decent field goal range, and to get that field goal was huge.
Well, one thing we're missing this year so far is Mastrangelo Hill. They tore their old deck down. They're building a new deck, and it's not done yet. So there's no party up there in the end zone.
Yeah, that's right.
But we'll get to see the light-up sign, or the CV sign that Michael Bendekovic, last year's senior member, had put up for his senior project. We'll get to see that lit up here in probably in a half an hour or so. It's a great atmosphere for high school football. Honored and pleased to be a part of it. We want to thank you for watching and listening, no matter where you're at. We thank all of you for joining us on the Central Valley Sports Network. Blessed to have this medium to cover almost all of the varsity sports here played at Central Valley. Pratt with another kickoff. It'll be a touchback. What a leg.
Yeah, like I said earlier, that's a weapon for sure.
First and 10 for the Spartans. Ball at the 20-yard line.
Well, we'll see how the defense does here. It looks like, at least for now, Shear's not coming back into the game, so they're down 2 starters and a med as well. So we know he's not coming back, and losing Shear, especially in the middle on defense, and then I mean he's a hammer at tailback on offense. So that's a big loss right now.
So Braylon Nastic will be out there. That's a new body we haven't seen.
Yeah, he's a corner, and looks like Carmine Cooley at backer in place of Shear.
Looks like Worsing out there too, maybe number 7, I believe.
Correct. Yep.
Bennett's going to throw it. And that ball was way overthrown. No one with a shot. Maybe Lawson from Central Valley, the closest player to the ball.
Yeah, good coverage there. By Aaron.
Second down, 10 to go.
Love to be able to get off the field here.
Yeah, we haven't seen a 3 and out all evening.
Nope, we haven't. Nope, no punts yet.
Pressure, but Bennett breaks it. Oh, this kid's a magician.
They're
Flag
gonna
on the play.
Yeah, that's now. From what I'll be curious what the official calls here, but from what I saw, that was offensive pass interference because.
Pushing off.
Barron was pushing off while the ball was in the air.
And Dylan Roberts made the catch. They wave it off now.
That was bad. That should not have been. They just called it inadvertent. He was clearly blocking while the ball was in the air, which is a penalty.
Well, especially
not
20
even a
yards
question.
down the field.
Yep.
Might get away with that within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. But.
That pass is good for a gain of 7. That's going to bring up
third down and about 4 to go. This might be the biggest play of the first half for the Warriors, certainly defensively.
Coach Lyons wants an explanation. Yeah, I saw that one. I'm surprised they picked that one up. I don't know how they could have.
And now a late flag.
There's now a flag on the play.
Illegal substitution.
Yeah.
Pass interference.
Pass interference.
On the Spartans.
I don't know how he got that call reversed.
Yeah, how did that
happen?
happen? You were right all along. Maybe you were listening to your broadcast. They might have a headset on down there. Well, they get to play the down over,
right,
though. That's the only problem. You give Bennett another down.
Right, but you'll take this to push them deep in their own territory.
That's 10 big yards.
Second down.
You have to trust your defense that you're going to get a stop here. That makes it second down and 20 to go.
Yeah, you can't
instead of third and 5.
You can't let them get a ton back here.
They're going to blitz, and he still breaks it. Pass is in. Oh, I thought it was intercepted, but Perry couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, that was a really dangerous throw, and that was what you see out of a young quarterback making.
That was a great effort though by Antonio Perry.
Yeah, absolutely.
The athleticism to come up and get your hands on that football. It was very low to the ground.
really good coverage again by the secondary. For the most part, they've done a great job downfield. When they've had success, it's when he's getting out of the pocket with his, they're able to use his legs and the play breaks down.
A couple of their screens as well. Okay, 3rd down and 20.
Now's where you got to get off the field.
Coming into the game is Carmine Cooley.
Now, if you're Montour here, you don't want to be too aggressive because you don't want your young quarterback to force making a mistake and turning the ball over here. But you want to get out of your own end zone a little bit too. Shadow your end zone.
I think he's going to let him run it. Now he's going to try to throw it, and he does, and the ball's batted
Picked off.
It's intercepted, and Central Valley has a football inside the 5.
I don't know who tipped it, Tom, but that was Alexander that came up with the interception at the line of scrimmage.
Is that Brendan with
Yep.
it? Yep.
Brendan made the pick.
I didn't see the tip either, but that was huge.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who tipped the ball at the line of scrimmage, but it was a great play. Huge play.
Where are they going to spot it? At the 4.
First and goal for the Warriors.
Well, you talked about, putting the sophomore in a pressure situation, and Lawson is shaking up on the play as well. Sean Render trying to give us a replay on the tip. Sean, if you come up with it, that'll be proof of why you earn that big salary. Draw play,
Handoff goes to number 20.
not a
Ethan
lot of room
Bosco.
for Ethan Bosco, maybe 2 yards. 2nd and goal to 2. Warriors looking to take the lead for the first time.
2nd and goal. Ball in the 2-yard line.
End zone here.
Lights starting to light up here at Sarge Albert Stadium. Sarge Alberts, what a legend he was at Center High School. Basketball coach, golf coach, AD. Loose football.
We're calling him down.
And they're going to say it was down.
That was Cooley. The ball did come out, but his knees were definitely down. We were fortunate there.
Interesting time to give Cooley his first carry of the game inside the goal line like that. Inside the 5. Of course, Shear's out of the game with that shoulder injury or neck injury. We're not sure which.
Lawson checked in. I wonder if they're putting him in the. Yeah, they've got Lawson in the backfield.
Yeah, he's in the backfield, and they need a timeout because someone's sick on the field. That looks like Ondrusik
Yeah,
is sick.
Official. Timeout.
Ondrusik is a ill young man, and CV will have to take a timeout.
Yeah, he's losing his dinner.
Yeah, he's not feeling good. Let's just put it that way.
Remember Sam Yaramis from Aliquippa?
Yeah, I sure do.
So when he played for my dad at Geneva, he was our nose tackle, and he threw up every game. Right
Just
over
one
the
of those
center.
guys. Didn't his twins play at Moon, right? Didn't his boys play at Moon High School?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe they did. Yep.
I think one went to the Naval Academy, I believe. One was a quarterback. Well, when I was coaching twerk football, our quarterback got sick in the same way.
Yeah.
And he did it a couple times, and the referee said, "Coach, if he does it again, he's out of the game." And somehow we got him calmed down, and we won a championship because he stayed in at quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, that can happen. I would imagine Ethan feels better after that.
Okay, 3rd and goal. And it'll be Ambrose keeping it into the end zone with the quarterback's keeper.
Huge answer for the Warriors.
And he's going to get in for the Central Valley Warriors. Let's go!
First lead for the Warriors of the night. 7:19 to go in the half. 16-14, Pratt on for the PAT. I guess you could call that a Pratt Pat. Blackhawk has gone to the half with that 7-6 lead. trying to make it a 3-point lead. Pratt's kick is up and good. What a leg.
Tell you what, Tom, you got to keep an eye on if you're kicking field goals or more extra points. That right side edge, that's the second time. I think it was Stern coming off the edge. Untouched, and need to get a piece of him. He's getting in there way too easy. We'll probably get that fixed at the half.
(17-14). Central Valley after Brendan Alexander intercepted Brandon Bennett. Took it down to the 4-yard line. And then Ambrose with the quarterback keeper to get the touchdown. And I think almost they had to get a touchdown there. They couldn't have settled for a field goal. Don't think they would have settled for a field goal.
Right.
Momentum-wise, you had to take advantage of that pick. Brendan Alexander really worked hard in the offseason, lost some weight.
Stern and Collins.
Sullivan out there again. They're number 18. Let's see. You can smile.
He wears that better than I did.
Is that what number you wore?
I did in high school, yeah.
All right, I couldn't remember. I broadcasted your games in high school. I don't have that good of a memory.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah. When you've been doing this 44 years, they all run together. And another touchback, of course, by Pratt. I shouldn't say of course because
Pratt's
I'm
kick
getting
goes into the
spoiled.
end zone. First and 10 for the Spartans. Ball at the 20-yard line.
But Pratt
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have lost your card,
is really fun to
we have
watch.
a
I mean, he's just,
Ford
you saw it last year.
up in the press box.
And he just, to me, he looks like he's kicking with more confidence.
Oh,
already.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you can even see just how much stronger he's gotten, for sure.
We also have the winning ticket for the 50-50 drawing. It will be announced at the next
It's
stop.
amazing how much kids mature at this age from year to year.
Oh, yeah. Yep, from one year to the next.
It's just,
Absolutely.
it's mind-boggling. All right, let's see what Montour can do with 7 minutes to go in the half. High snap. Elijah with it, got about 2. That high snap just throws everything down, slows everything down.
And
Nastic in there now full-time for
brought
a
down by
minute.
number 24, Braylon Nastic.
Only got 1, second down, 9 to go for the Spartans. CV with a 17-14 lead.
Well, you'd love again to get a stop here and get another one
Yeah, you
before
could
the
get
half.
field position and time of possession on your side. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining in the half. Bennett's going to take off. He's got some room. He's got a block, and he's got more room.
Coming back, Tom.
Flag on the
Coming
play,
back.
though.
No, it looks like they're calling.
Flag on the play.
Looks like they might be calling it on Central Valley. I wonder if
Nope.
Oh, no.
Holding on the Spartans. So
On the Spartans.
the Warriors
the
get a
official
big break.
initially pointed towards Central Valley. That's why I thought it was going to be on us. But with where the flag was found, I don't know what else it could have been. Alexander's down. That's not a good sign.
Oh,
Looks like he's
Lord.
holding his knee.
No, don't say that. He's way downfield, too, for the big guy.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened.
Classy move. Lucera, one of the first ones out there to check on Brandon. And hopefully it's nothing serious. My heart sank when Derek Harmon went out last night with the Steelers with a knee injury. And Brendan's up quickly, so that's good news. He's running off the field. He just got a little tweak in it.
You know what, Tom? I think you got a cramp. That's what happened. I was looking at the replay.
That feels worse than a torn ACL sometimes.
Yeah,
Those are
'cause
horrible.
during the play, I didn't see anything happen. I was trying to find him, and yeah, he was walking back towards the line of scrimmage, and he went down. It looks like with a cramp.
I've got him sitting in my recliner watching football.
Yeah.
You know, it just fell out of the chair in agony. So I can
Because we're in
imagine.
such great shape, right?
Yeah, right. Maybe you could still play a little. I could never play. I could only talk about it. Dream about playing.
Timeout.
I played at halftime.
There were 12 guys on the field there. That's why.
For
the timeout.
CV.
Yep.
Brendan's walking back to the huddle saying, okay, coach, I'm ready to go. He does look good.
Yeah, he's played really well.
Listed at 6'4", 225. He might have lost a couple too many pounds, maybe. He might be able to put a few more on and be okay. Well, he will at the next level. He's not going to have a choice. Next year, he'll be under the direction of a major college weight program.
Yep,
It'll be a whole different story. 6:31 to go in the half. Central Valley 17, Montour 14. We've got a dandy here in week 0. I know it's weird, but that's what they call it, week 0. Even though week 1 will be the second game of the year for the Warriors at Thomas Jefferson, and that will be a real test on the road for the Warriors down in Jefferson Hills. Facing against Bill Chirpek, one of the really, he's got to be on the Mount Rushmore WPIL coaches.
He's got the most whip-wheels of any head coach, I think, in WPIL
no
history.
Question. And a long throw. He's got a man wide open, and that's caught. Oh, boy, that is a long gainer.
Yeah, fantastic throw, and that was
that's 60
that
yards.
Was Neff again. He made a great catch, and Nastic was right there. He just needed to turn around to play the football. He at least breaks it up. He just never turned around to make a play on the ball.
That was 60 yards, 50 of it in the air.
Yeah, and that one hurt too, because correct me if I'm wrong, I think we had them 2nd and 20.
Wow.
It's a huge play for them.
Screen pass. This tackle. Still on his feet. Got to wrap it up, fellas. He's down to the 19-yard line for the first down. That goes Archie Collins. And we got another Warrior down. This is some bad tackling there by the Warriors. You've got to wrap up.
Yep, no one wrapped up.
Do a better job than that.
Yeah, it looks like
cramp.
Can't tell who it is, but yeah, it's just a cramp.
What a performance by Brandon Bennett. He's throwing BBs. Now Shear is out on the field. I don't think he has a helmet, but no. I think he's just trying to fire up his team a little bit. Lucas Jerovac, he's off the field. He'll have to sit out of play.
Get these guys some bananas at halftime.
Yeah, sometimes it ain't enough. These early season games, Mike, it's still summer weather. It's still hot. Hard to drink enough fluids. First and 10 at the 19 now for Montour. Bennett keeps it. He's got a couple. Great defensive play there. Nolan O'Neill comes up with the stop.
Bennett on the keeper. Brought down by number 58, Nolan O'Neill.
Great job by Nolan there.
Good for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 18-yard line.
Had the honor of going into the Center High School Hall of Fame with his granddad, Jack.
Yeah.
Or Joe. Joe O'Neill and I went in the same class.
Well, and you mentioned Jack. That's Nolan's dad. Jack and I played football at Geneva together. Jack was a great linebacker at Geneva.
Yeah, he was a heck of a ball player. High snap. Bennett corrals it and gives it quickly to Halajo, but Alexander in there with the stop.
Yeah, great job by Brendan there. The high snap definitely threw off the timing too. Brendan did a great job.
Michael Crea was there as well. 3rd down and about 13 to go, and here has been really the bugaboo for the Warriors defense.
Yeah.
Giving up these third and long situations. Empty set for Bennett. Chased out of the pocket. Still trying to find a guy, and he just dumps it. That should have been intentional grounding. There wasn't a receiver within 15 yards of that pass.
Yeah, they did a great job there. Almost gave up contain. That's where he's killed us so far tonight. With his feet is where we've given up contain. Priya and I believe, Worsing there did a great job to pressure him enough where he had to throw the ball away.
Well, the intent of the play, if you're throwing away the football to get out of the sack, and there's no receiver around you, that's got to be intentional grounding. And there was a lineman in the area, but he's not an eligible receiver. Clearly, you could see him just dumping it in a little hole there,
right.
And there's no one there.
Yeah, watching the replay,
there's not a back or receiver within sight of that play, which is a loss of down too.
Sure.
That's a huge penalty if it's called.
Show your school spirit.
So Montour called a timeout, which again leads me to believe they're going to go for it again.
Well, it would be like a 42-yard field goal from here. So
yeah, about 40.
At least, 40 it would be.
39,
yeah, I'm not sure. He must not have a lot of faith in net as far as distance. He's accurate on his extra points, but that might be his max, maybe 10 yards more than that. So
here's what go ahead, Tom.
4th down, they're going to go for it, Mike. And how do you contain Bennett? That's the key.
Well, if it were me, I'd have somebody mirroring him. I think they have Perry, actually, and it looks like Bosco. Bosco is mirroring Bennett. And it looks like they're in the Central Valley. Looks like they're in a man under 2 deep right now, at least for the snap of the ball here. But you can't give up contain and let him get outside. If I were Montour, I'd sprint him out to the left, let him either give him the option to run or throw the ball.
And they get direct pressure, and that's definitely intentional grounding.
That could be a fumble.
And
yeah, they're going to call it intentional.
Alexander with and Bennett's a little gimpy.
I think he's cramping up too.
Yeah, you're right. Now that's the way you play defense. You come up big on 4th and long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huge play by the Warriors.
That pressure again on the young quarterback there. It was a great job. They kept contained. Great job by Alexander. Huge stop for Central Valley after that big 50-some yard, 60-some yard throw down a few plays ago.
We finally got an intentional grounding call. It'll be Warriors football.
Yeah, that was dangerous. That was real close to being a lateral. Real close.
Yeah, he was just trying to get rid of it at any cost.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Well, the Warriors have only 1 timeout left. 4:19 to go in the half. Plenty of time. But they have to be very frugal with their play calling and their selection. And Andrusic gets nice yardage off the right side. Probably about 6.
Yep, that's a great job. You'll take 6 yards on 1st down every time.
Andrusic on the carry. Tripped up by number 86.
Things cooling off here at Sarge Albert Stadium as the sun is behind the clouds, as darkness is setting in. The lights are flickering on here. And Lucas Jerovac has to come off the field. He's shaking up.
He's shaking up a little bit.
2nd and 4.
Second down, 4 to go for the Warriors. They lead at 17-14. Lawson with the reception. Lawson with the 1st down.
Great job by Aaron there.
Inside Warriors, Spartan territory down to the 41.
Wow. I was just about to say that was about to say that was a great block by Antonio Perry, and they called a hold on it.
I want to send a shout out to Mike Bickerton, listening out of state, the brother of Mr. Bick, affectionately known as the Snow Cone Man, John Bickerton. One of my favorite guys I've ever met in my entire life, not just at Center High School or Central Valley, but no matter where I've traveled. They don't come any finer than John Bickerton.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Mike, John wants to send his best to his brother. So we thank you for listening and joining the broadcast tonight. Stick with us throughout the season. Long pass, incomplete, intended for Adam Schroeds. You know, we talk about how this broadcast travels, and people watch it all over the place. One of Central Valley's biggest fans, a good friend of mine, David Strasser, he always posts these games on Facebook in addition to, you know, us being on YouTube. And he makes sure that if he doesn't come to the game, he makes sure that all of our friends throughout the country get a look at it. So Dave Strasser, I want to thank you for your support. Mark Lyons is his neighbor. They live about 2 houses away in Monaca Heights. So he's been a huge supporter of Central Valley from the get-go. And we grew up together in Monaca Heights many moons ago. Ambrose is going to roll out. It's going to be intercepted. That was an ill-advised throw.
Could see that one coming.
Yep.
He got flushed back to this side. Bosco was right there, and the ball sailed on him.
Dalton Young with the pick.
That one hurts.
Yeah, now that gives Montour a chance to take the halftime lead. Unless this CV defense can come up huge again. Timmy McElhaney out there on defense now. I believe for the first time, as Alexander's going to take a little breather.
Yeah, that's one you'd like to have back.
There's such a fine line between wanting to make a play and, you know, just playing it conservative and safely. You can't fault the young man's effort. He just wants to move his team down the field. Pass is incomplete. A little long for Xander Stern. I gotta ask Lou why he kept Mr. Stern such a secret to me when I was going over my pregame scouting report. This kid's been a factor all night long. Scored the first touchdown of the night.
Yeah, Stern and then Neff's made 2 big. Neff's had both the big long pass receptions.
Second down 10. Halazio with the carry, and he's got about 6.
Wilson on the tackle.
Down number 7, Garrett Worsing.
Jerovac with the stop. Garrett Worsing as well.
Interesting to see what they do here, Tom, if they don't get anything on 3rd and 5 here, and it ends up being 4th and medium. If they punt it and pin Central Valley deep.
Have we seen a punt tonight?
No, we still haven't.
So, yeah.
No, because there's been the turnovers, 2 turnovers, 1 by each team.
And it's not going to matter because Zern has the first down. Stern picks it up.
Yeah, it was a good play. Play action there.
Good for Spartans. First down.
Bennett puts some zip on the ball. My Sean Steele checks into the lineup. He's going to play cornerback way on the right side. Bellagio again.
Hand off to Hallejo. Brought down by number 58, Nolan O'Neill.
Central Valley's really done a pretty good job on him, and he really hasn't had too many carries.
Yeah, he's not
mainly
been
been Bennett and with his legs, and they've thrown the ball quite a bit.
Yeah, he's been
Pregame forces. 2nd and 6.
a lot quieter than I expected.
Ball at 28-yard line.
Well, they haven't been able to contain Bennett except that one stop when he got called for the intentional grounding on the last series. Second down, 6 to go with 1:30 to go in the half. Procedure penalty.
Flag on the play. False start.
Take that.
On the Spartans. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
Should see two pretty good marching bands at the half. Central Valley always has a great group, and Montour looks like they brought a nice contingent of musicians down. Second down, 11 to go for the Spartans. Central Valley still leads at 17 to 14. Bennett throws it out of bounds.
That's a penalty. Yep. There's going to be a clip. Deshaun White on Ethan Bosco.
On the Spartans.
Actually, after the ball was
And that's a personal foul penalty, so that's after the play, right? That's 15 from
It could be, yeah. I think that's what they're talking
spot
about.
the infraction, I believe. Coach Lyons will get the explanation.
Yeah, he's going to take the penalty.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Mark Lyons, you want to run the clock out. You don't care about getting it back to score. You just want to keep them off the board and have the lead at the half.
Right.
Because Central Valley will receive the second half kickoff. Montour won the toss, and they took the rock.
Yeah, it was a crackback block.
It was almost a crackback tackle.
That used to be legal. Can't do that anymore.
That is a 15-yard penalty.
It's a huge penalty.
Mike, you played for one of the greats, and you talk about a great man. And of course, your dad taught you the game, and what a legend he was. And but Joe Hamilton certainly, what a classy man he is, and it had to be a thrill playing for him. Bennett's pass is incomplete off the hands of the receiver, Archie Collins. And Joe's a type of great coach, but probably a better human being.
Oh, yeah. I actually just 2 nights ago had run into Coach Lyons here at the school after my daughter's volleyball scrimmage, and we started talking about Coach Hamilton. And, yeah, I had nothing but respect for him and love Coach Hamilton and his whole staff. It was just a great group of guys that loved us well and pushed us, and yeah, just fantastic human being for sure.
Well, yeah, you played for my brother-in-law, Jimmy Wilson, too,
That's
for
right.
a few years.
Yep, love Coach Wilson, too.
And that pass is down the field, incomplete, out of bounds. When Jim left to be the head coach of Freedom, I mean, Joe was like, oh, you really hated to lose Jim. Jim spent a lot on the offensive side for Joe, and Jim wanted to be a head coach and did a fine job at Freedom.
Yeah, he did.
And in 2003, I think he wins the state title if not for Darrell Rivas.
Yeah.
Because they had to go through Aliquippa, and they just couldn't get over that hump. And a lot of people couldn't get over that hump with that young man.
Right, that's right.
First punt of the night. This is exciting, and it's a shanker. Off the side of the foot. That should be, where are they going to mark it?
They're marking about
close to midfield.
About 49.
Wow.
45.
So the Warriors with 37 seconds, a couple of tosses, and they're in Pratt range.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does here.
Well, he's going to try to get some yardage, I guarantee you. Pressure up the middle, and it's intercepted.
Yep.
It's not there. You can't force it.
Yeah.
If it's
I was
not
just
there.
and I was just about to say that before the play. You know, you got a young quarterback, Braddock's. He's going to be great. He's doing a great job, but he's got to understand if there's nothing there, you got to throw the ball away. That's the best play in a situation like that.
Yeah, and they read that well.
They did.
That screen was well defensed by Montour, So give them credit for their preparation on defense.
Warriors.
Now with 30 seconds, they have time.
Yeah,
Especially with Bennett's the best athlete on this field.
Right.
And, you know, I say
and he
that
can kill you with his feet.
respectfully. He's only a sophomore, but he has proven that tonight. So he's a threat at any point to go to the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder,
Coach Lyons called a timeout
you are
there, and
missing
you
your car
could
keys.
see him, could read his
Stepping
lips from
forward
up here and
to
waving his
kickoff.
hands, just telling
Up to the press
his guys to
box.
relax.
Calm down, guys.
Yep.
All we
Come up
want
to
is
the press
to lead.
box.
We get the ball to
It's
start the
yours.
second half.
No doubt.
That's why it's good, always great to have that in your back pocket, knowing you're receiving the second half kickoff.
Sure. Yep, set the tone for the second half.
I remember when every time I broadcast at a Central Valley Aliquippa game, when Mike Smianik was still the coach at Aliquippa, Bob Barrickman, my late great former radio partner, we knew who was going to be on offense first because, you know, Smianik always took the ball. Mark always deferred. So obviously Aliquippa was going to start the game with the football, and sure enough, they always did.
Yeah. When my dad was at Geneva, he always loved having the ball first because he wanted to set the tone, you know,
when
and
I
put the ball
coached,
in the end zone. But
I always took
Gino
the ball.
always loved to defer, so we had the ball to start the second half. Yep.
I always wanted the ball because I said I can score easier with the football than without it. You know, I don't know what's going to happen in the second half. I'm ready to go. It's just different philosophies.
Sure.
Bennett scrambling and dancing and hit from behind, a fumble. The Warriors have it at midfield. Now that is an answer.
Yeah, great job. Two young kids there making that play on Drusik on the strip sack. And then I think it was Bosco that scooped it up. Ethan almost was able to get it and take it to the house. It took one more bounce before he was able to get control of it.
Bennett
Great
is
play.
hurt. Bennett is really limping off the field. The quarterback for Montour. You hope he's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't wish ill on anyone, and you don't want to see an athlete like that get hurt. Now what do you do, Mike? After what happened on the last series, do you just take a hand the ball off, and see if someone can break one?
Well, he's in four wides here. I'd be curious if he just runs the ball. If
he
it's
might
me,
just run a draw.
I'm running the ball.
Run the ball to Bosco.
You've got the lead.
He's throwing it, and it's intercepted. And that's going to be a pick six. Oh, my.
Yep, that's why you.
Yep.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt.
That's crazy.
All the momentum. What I didn't like either is we had no timeout, so you've got to. To me, you run the football there.
Wow,
They've only got one. They can't stop the clock. You got a young quarterback.
I'm trying to get the number on the interception. Maybe 5 or 6, maybe. About a 50-yard pick six. Ouch.
I'll tell you what, too. They jumped the corner jumped the route right away. He knew it was coming.
Try to get a replay, get the proper number. I thought it might have been Stern, but
yeah, it was either Stern or
extra point is
Tyler Gracie. I couldn't tell,
left.
5 or 6.
Is no good.
Yeah, that hurts.
Your score.
Got all the momentum. Take the lead and going into the half with getting the ball the second half.
Well, these are why you play exhibition games. You live and learn, and hopefully the Warriors can bounce back from that. And you know, Braddock Ambrose will. This is something that's not going to ruin his future by any stretch of the imagination. He's just going to have to put it out of his mind. And really, the funny thing is, he had 4 wides and he threw it to the single receiver on the right. Of course, that's what the play call was. I thought they were going to run a dive play. I really did. They had the lone back. I thought they were setting up something to break in the middle.
Yeah, and that's, you know, you run the ball there, and if you get a big play, here's the thing, too. We had no timeouts. There was definitely some miscommunication on there, Tom, after watching the replay, because Schroeds looked like he was running a hitch and go, because he stuttered about where he would stop to run a hitch route. He stuttered at about 6 yards.
That's the guy I picked you off. I think is that 6 or 5? That's
so there
5.
was
That's
miscommunication there, either by the quarterback or the wideout.
Squib kick, fair caught by Knoll, and he drops it, but they get it back. Now, obviously, you take the knee and go into halftime and regroup, and another late flag.
Yeah, that was after the play on Montour. Tyler Gracie.
20-17 after the pick 6. Montour with the lead. And boy, you talk about a momentum swing. The air went out of this stadium, Mike. You could feel it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, had been playing well and settled down on defense.
On the Spartans.
Like I said, yeah, you're up 3 going to the half when you know you're getting the ball to start the second half. That hurt.
Well, 15 against Montour will put it in Spartan territory, so
That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
normally you might throw a Hail Mary, but the way things have been going, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, here's the thing too. You go into the half, you're down 3. You've not played your best, and you're right in the football game. Come out the second half, get a good drive, put the ball in the end zone. So
the other problem, you're down 2 starters in Shearer and Makai Ahmed. Take the knee, and that'll do it for the first half. Montour will go to the break, leading it 20-17 over the Central Valley Warriors. Stay tuned as we'll take a look at the marching bands of Montour and Central Valley High School coming up next.
Welcome to the field, the one, the only Montour High School Spartan Marching Band. Get ready for a show packed with power, sparkle, and unstoppable rhythm. This is Pop Queen. Tonight, our band plays tribute to the iconic women who ruled the charts and redefined pop music. From lyric anthems to unstoppable choreography, these queens reign supreme. You being here tonight to hear our performance is destiny, child. We are happy to start our show with a 2003 hit from Beyonce, featuring our Spartanettes. This first song will have you going crazy. This is Crazy in Love. For the next song in our show, we are going to deliver to the audience a magical experience that they are sure to remember. It is time for Dua Lipa's Houdini, featuring our feature twirler, Emma Holmgren. featuring our majorettes. Get ready as we take you through the poisonous melodies and addictive rhythms of Toxic. The Montour Band thanks you for your kind reception and warm reception.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the 2025 Central Valley Warriors Summer. Get ready to rock out to some of the biggest caravan hits of the 70s and 80s with songs with Van Halen, Guns N' Roses, Kiss, and Twisted Sisters as the Central Valley Band takes you back home. Also next is Spandex Jumpsuit from Down Home Fest. Now feel free to rock and roll as the Warriors Band presents the 2025 show, Golf Summer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner for the touchdown club raffle. It is Norm Eli. Ladies and gentlemen, we have meal deals going on the concession stand. Hot dog french fries, $7. Cecina's sausage patty, french fries, and a water or soda, $9. And Chick-fil-A sandwich, french fries, and a water or soda, $11.
And back at half, great job by both the Montour and Central Valley marching bands. And being an old trumpet player myself, I can appreciate the time and effort that the bands, they put in as much time as a football team. They're out there in 2 days, starting in mid-August, getting ready for the season, and their halftime shows as well. So kudos to Montour and Central Valley marching band. Both of them with a lot of musicians. You don't see bands that big anymore, so that warms my heart. Mike, this is going to be the most important drive of the night, I think. You know, for Central Valley, the way they gave up the lead on the pick six near the end of the half, they've got to put that behind them and come out and, you know, want to retake the lead to get that momentum back. Because, man, didn't the air leave this stadium after that pick six?
Yeah, it really did. Yeah, and you're right, Tom. That was a huge momentum shifter there. And, yeah, this is the biggest possession of the game right here. If you're Central Valley, you want to start the half off on a good note, get a good drive together, and be able to drive down and take the lead again. But, yeah, very unfortunate the way the half ended. But it's over, and you got to move on and got to win the second half, and you'll win the football game.
Another couple updated scores. Blackhawk now leads Beaver Falls 14-6. Hopewell over Riverside 35-0, which I think might have gone to 42-0. So the Vikings over the Riverside Panthers. Deep kick, Lawson picks it up at his 10, and he can't get out to the 20. Good cut. Oh, he does get to the 20, so I spoke too soon across the 20 to the 23. And let's see how the Warriors answer.
First and 10 for the Warriors.
Ethan Shear is officially out, looks like, for the game, Tom. He's on the sidelines without his shoulder pads.
Yeah, I would think so, you know, with not this not being a section game. Of course, Montour out of the Parkway in 4A. Central Valley out of the Western Hills in 3A. This is a non-conference exhibition game. Still matters, but not as important as the section game. So we're going to see a lot of Bosco and Andrusik. That was Bosco.
Handoff goes to number 20.
Yeah, good pickup on first down there with like about 4 or 5 yards.
Second down, 5 to go.
Pregame of 5. Second and 5.
Inside handoff, breaking tackles is Bosco again. He's got a first down, gain of 6.
Yeah, great run there by Ethan to bounce it outside.
Handoff goes to number 20, Ethan Bosco. Brought down by number 31, Nicholas Cecilia.
I'll be curious to see if Coach Lyons is pretty heavy here on the run on this series.
I think you have to be.
Yeah, well, like we said early in the game, in the first quarter, they were having a lot of success, especially inside.
Plus, you need to get Braddock Ambrose's confidence back. I know I'm going to slip and call him Brandon because his uncle, the basketball coach at Central Valley, was a great quarterback back in the day at Center High School, and his grandpap Dave will get on me for that. But Dave, I'm sorry, I'm human. I'm going to make a mistake now or then. But Braddock, he'll overcome it. He's a heck of a talent, and you put him, you know, it's just a tough situation with that call. You said there was a mix-up between him and the receiver, and it resulted in a pick 6. You just somehow got to put it behind you, and this drive can do that if they can come down and score.
Yep, no doubt.
Jet sweep Lawson, and he fumbles the football, and you cannot do that. You can't give a rock back.
Fortunate to get it back there.
They did get it back. He wasn't even hit. I think he was trying to switch his hands, and now he's got a cramp. He's going to have to come out. Looks like the left ham he's pulling.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Now you got a 3rd and 8 situation. And he's staying in the game. I don't understand why.
Yeah, he looks to be okay.
You know, he didn't come out. So 3rd down and 8. Pass over the middle is incomplete for Lawson.
Yeah, they blitzed up the middle, and Lawson was the hot route on there, and he wasn't looking for the ball, and Ambrose got rid of it. Would have been tough to pick up the first down on that anyways. He was only about 5 yards, if that, off the line of scrimmage.
You know, you hate to say it, but you almost have to sit down and take an injury timeout right there. He wasn't. It looked like he cramped up and he was trying to work it out too quickly. And this will be the Warriors' first punt of the night by Antonio Perry. Only our second punt of the night. One in the first half by Montour, and now this is Central Valley's first. Good snap, kicks away, low liner. It's going to hit the turf and take a Montour bounce. And Central Valley downs it at the 35.
You know what, Tom, I was looking on that last series, offensive series. I didn't see Alexander in at left tackle, and I don't even see him on the field right now, on the sidelines.
See if he's out there defensively.
No, he's not.
He's not.
Yeah, not sure where he is. He's not even on, like I said, he's not even on the sidelines. That's 3 starters now that are out of the game, at least for the moment.
Now a lot of pressure on this Warrior defense now to keep Montour in check. Flag on the play, and Halejo is going to break it open, but it's going to come back. And Halejo gets down to the 32-yard line of Central Valley, but as we mentioned, a flag in the area of holding on Montour, and it is.
Holding on the Spartans.
Yeah, snap of the ball there. It looked like Timmy McElhaney was getting held.
I see Ethan Shearer with an ice pack on his right shoulder without his pads on, obviously. And as you mentioned, Mike, no sight of Brendan Alexander. Well, 1st and 20 now for Montour, big penalty. See if the Warriors can take advantage of that. Halejo again, and he's hit for a loss.
Yeah, great tackle by Shearer. Great job of keeping contained.
Schroeds actually with the stop.
Yep, Schroeds. That's what I meant to say. Thanks.
I was going to say, if Ethan made that tackle with that ice pack on his shoulder, no pads, I'd have really been impressed. Lost 5 on the play. 2nd down, 25 to go.
Now again is where you can't let him out of the hole. Got to get off the field here. Keep him in 3rd and long.
We should note, high snap, and they got Bennett in the backfield. You know, Bennett, we should note, he got hurt late in the half, so he bounced back quickly. But Bosco with the sack. So the freshman doing it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that high snap threw the timing off.
3rd down, 30 to go.
You just don't want to give up a big play or a big penalty here.
Yeah, just not a first down.
Right.
Please, don't get a first down. Boy, another sack or turnover would be great. And Bennett's going to be tied up, and that's an intentional grounding. The referee lowered his head instead of throwing the flag. He's more worried about protecting himself. How's that not intentional grounding? You could hear the coaches yelling the same thing. That was an odd. The referee just shrugged his shoulders and turned away from the action. Didn't want to get hit by the football, but clearly it was intentional grounding.
Yeah.
It'd be 4th down regardless, but it would have given 5 more yards.
We've got a great opportunity to get some great field
4th
position
and
here.
30. Short kick. Well, picks up a little momentum. Kind of a flat roll. Going to get out to the 39-yard line of Central Valley. So after one punt in the first half, we've seen back-to-back punts in the 3rd quarter.
Right. Yeah, great stop there. Got great field position. Now got to take advantage of it.
CV at the 39. Now this may be a good time to throw the football. You know, just kind of try to catch Montour off guard defensively. They've got to be expecting run.
Yeah, I've not really run any play action that I can recall either. This would be a good time to do it. Their DBs are actually, they've got no safety in the middle of the field either.
And they're going to run it. And it's going to be a big gainer by Bosco. Almost 10 yards in the first down, but I think they're going to stop him a little bit short.
Bosco at the middle, tripped up by number 27, Caden Hallijoe.
And now he comes out of the lineup.
Yep.
I guess they didn't listen to your advice and he does bananas at halftime.
I'm telling you.
Second and 1.
I ate one of the nice homemade hoagies up here at halftime. I don't know if that'll help me or not. Second down, 1 to go. And hit at the line of scrimmage, but plowing ahead. Believe that was on Drusik.
Drusik on the carry.
And we got
he's down.
Spartan down or Warrior down?
Yeah, it looks like on Drusik.
Wow, we're dropping like flies tonight. These early games, they're warm. A lot of cramping, and it's hard to simulate this kind of game action during the summer camp, even during the scrimmage. The scrimmages they're really not full bore like a dress game. And this appears to be another cramp, the way they're stretching out the legs.
Yep.
And it looks like Bosco's going to go back in as Ondrusik is stretched out on the field. Did not get the first down. We should note it's 3rd and 1. Ethan up on his own power. So 3rd and short to go. Short, less than 1, maybe a half a yard for the Warriors here.
It's going to be a 3rd down in inches.
Full house backfield. They loaded up tight due to Warriors. This just might be a quarterback sneak. I'm going to be surprised if Ambrose hands the football off here.
Yeah, it's about a half a yard.
And he powers forward for the first down.
You got it.
Good safe call. Move the chains. And now we got a little extracurricular activity. These teams,
No, they hadn't blown the whistle yet.
Ambrose on the keeper.
I'm not going to say they don't like each other, but it's a rivalry.
Yeah.
They play each other often enough.
Good for a gain of 8. And that'll be good for Central Valley Warriors.
Matter of fact, I'll be at Burco Stadium on Monday night to watch the Varsity girls soccer team play.
There you go.
Check out my granddaughter Miley playing for the Warriors now. Hard to believe she's a freshman. Playing for the head coach Drew Bowman. Inside handoff, short yardage, gain of 3 to the 20.
Handoff goes Bosco.
Ethan Bosco, short of the 20. It'll mark him at the 19. Second down, 8 to go. 20 to 17, Spartans and Montour High lead it over the Warriors. But Central Valley on the move.
Yeah, you need to come away with points here.
Most definitely. And we got motion. Looked like the left end move for Central Valley.
Korea jumped early there.
On the Warriors. It'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Trying to hard count them.
Replay, second down.
It's a big 5 yards.
Yeah, it's
at
tough.
that point of the field.
Yeah, instead of second and medium, you're second and long.
Does this, in fact, change the play call selection for Coach Lyons? It probably does.
Yeah, they brought Perry in and brought one tight end out.
pass. And off the hands of Schroeds. He had him.
Yeah, they
looked like the ball might have been tipped before it got to Adam Schroeds' hands.
Yeah, I think it actually might have been a little bit behind him. They went play action there, and he was running the slant route. It was just a little bit behind.
That's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, a little bit behind him. He had if he hits him in stride, it's probably a touchdown. Adam had him beat by about 2 steps.
Thanks to Sean and Ethan, we do have the benefit of a replay picture in front of us. Ambrose throws a little screen pass out, and that's virtually no gain. So this drive is really starting to slow down. Fourth down. This is going to be a long field goal attempt. Well, I think they're going to try it. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 43-yarder. Pratt has the leg. Got to watch this guy off the edge, though, as Mike was saying. It's a low liner, and that kick is good. And Pratt ties it up at 20. 43-yarder is good.
That's big. Now you're nothing. We're halfway through the third.
20-20. Solid gold.
Good to come away with points there.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, the way that drive stalled and to turn that 43-yard field goal into 3 points, that's a beautiful sight for the Warriors.
Yep.
And I mentioned it once before in the first half. Cannot go down by more than 1 score to this Montour team. I think it'd just be too much to ask for this Warriors offense to come back from. So they're hanging around right there, and they end up tying it up. See if this defense can get ready to roll again. Again, we have not seen Brendan Alexander, the senior Division I recruit with, I guess he's got about 20 Division I offers from what I understand.
Yeah, he's not returned to the sidelines. I don't see him down there.
We can't speculate on why or what the problem is. We don't have any kind of word up in the press box. We just wish for his health no matter what it is. Well, let's see if Pratt can get a touchback again after that field goal. And he does.
Goes for a touchback. First and 10.
We said in the first half, but that's huge when you got a kid in high school that can put the ball in the end zone and keep the return team from bringing it out. It's big time.
So Montour takes over to 20 again. We're tied at 20. The reason we're tied is 2 big field goals by Pratt, but also Montour missed an extra point. Had they made their conversion, they'd have 21 points and not 20. On their last,
right.
was that on the pick 6 or the one before
Yes, that was right at the end of the half. You're correct.
Yep, kick no good on the pick 6. See if this Warrior D can come up big. Direct snap to Halajo, and he picks up 10 yards. So they run the pistol formation, or the Wildcat, or you call it so many different things nowadays. That to me looked like a pistol. And now he's still back there at quarterback, so I don't know if something happened to Brandon Bennett or not. He got hurt in the first half.
Yep.
So he might be a little shaken up as they give it to Halajo again, and he gets another 7 yards. Or maybe they just want to get him involved in a football game, and this is one way to do it.
Yeah, he really wasn't too, like I said, early in the first half.
Jarius Baker,
very few carries.
Tim McElhaney into the game defensively. More cramping on the far sidelines.
Maddox Skurlak McElhaney just came back in. Max Gerlach was in for a few plays prior.
And we got some
Another
more
sophomore.
cramping over there. I think that's a Spartan down on the far sideline.
I think it might be Halagio.
Pretty good battle between Class 4A Montour and Class 3A Central Valley. Battle number 12 in this series that started way back when Central Valley became a high school. Central Valley was 6 wins overall, 5 for the Spartans. They played last year, 24-14, Burco Stadium, Montour with the win. And this is a long delay for this injured Spartan. Yeah, I can't see if it's Halagio or not. I think it might be. I think I see a 7.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't see him with the rest of the group on the field.
It's on a far sideline from us. You're still a young man. You should be able to pick that up. Me, I'm an old guy. I can't see that far.
I'm not that far behind you.
Now, wait a minute. I broadcasted your high school football games. I think that'll tell the public who the old man is, okay? A couple of your Geneva games, too, I might add.
Yeah.
Still working on the Spartan right in front of the Montour bench. Well, other than the injury to Ethan Shearer and the question mark to Brendan Alexander, pretty good test for the Warrior. Definitely a good test, but pretty decent results, I think, so far. We still have a quarter and 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, no doubt. And Montour had a great season last year. They lost quite a few kids, but I mean they've always had a solid program and
they have the
playing
numbers.
a great conference in the Parkway.
Look at their bench. Look how many guys are dressed on that bench.
Yep.
All right, we're back to live action now. 2nd down and 3 to go. Bennett's back in there. And they hand it off for the 1st down. And with the football is Cole Medilli. So that was Halagio that got hurt because Medilli is Halagio's backup.
Got Priya now coming up, and he looks like he's might be cramping a little bit. Tell you what, it'll be interesting, Tom, to see what Montour does the rest of the way here. They've run the ball. Obviously, they had to a few times when they had Halagio in the shot or in the Wildcat, but with having Alexander out, that changes things up front on the D line for Central Valley.
Gain of 3 that time again by Medilli. Cole Medilli is a 5'11", 205 senior.
Medilli on the carry. Shotgun by number 11, Lucas Gervac.
Lucas Gervac with the stop.
2nd and 7.
And Jarius Baker, the senior, comes off. Jarius listed at 6'3", 303. Nice size young man.
Braden Parrish just checked in for him.
2nd down, 7 to go. Breaking tackles, and Cole Medilli looks a lot like Halagio.
Yeah, Montour is definitely taking advantage of Alexander being out, Tom, and Central Valley between McElhaney and Skurlak and Parrish and Baker. They're definitely trying to rotate the interior of that line to keep those guys fresh, but losing Alexander up front really hurts. Montour's content to work the interior.
They're going to drop back and throw it. Incomplete over the head of Dominic Barron.
Then it's pass to number 4, Dominic Barrett. Falls
That's a
incomplete.
50-yard toss, though, by Mr. Bennett.
2nd and 10.
Like, effortlessly. He just, like, flicked it out there, Mike. What a potential what a player he is. I mean, he's already reached potential as a 10th grader. Imagine 2 more years if he continues to work on his game and develop.
Yeah, no doubt. A few more years in the weight room, gaining more experience. He looks every bit of 6'3", too.
Oh, there's no question. He's a legitimate 6'3". Inside handoff goes nowhere. Central Valley read it nicely on Stern.
Yeah, Korea and Nastic did a really good job there. They're actually both shaking up over on the Montour sidelines after the tackle.
Loss on the play.
Korea's up. Nastic's still down over on the sidelines.
How about Dominic Pratt tonight? A 43-yard field goal. And what, a 39 was it? A 39-yard field goal and a kickback every time he's kicked a football, or touchback every time he's kicked off. He really has consideration for our player of the game. If we picked one, but we don't. We don't want to single one guy out, but certainly special teams player of the game, I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's done great.
At the minimum. It's a muggy night. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like it's not cooling off as the night progresses. It just stays warm and muggy.
Yeah, the way Nastic's coming off
Yeah,
too.
Nastic
It's good to see him up and moving, but it looks like he may be cramping as well. These guys need to be drinking more during the week. More water and Gatorade, some bananas.
Third down and about 15 to go. Huge third down. The Warriors need to get off the field defensively here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Missing the big guy, Alexander, up front. It's been tough. Saw his Uncle Clinton here earlier. Great former wide receiver for Center High School. Under pressure again, and he escapes it and throws it out of bounds.
Bennett's pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, they've done a good job. Since the first few series of the first half, they've done a much better job of pressuring him and not allowing him to make plays downfield once he's gotten out of the pocket.
And it seems like they're forcing him into quick decisions to get rid of the football.
Right.
A lot quicker than he had been.
Injury, timeout.
We might set a record for injury timeouts tonight.
Drusic's down again with a cramp.
It's mostly been Central Valley, but the Spartans have had their fair share too. Mainly, Halishow's out. Tied at 20 with 1:27 to go in the third. Tom Hayes and Mike Sullivan with the action here on the Central Valley School District YouTube Sports Channel. We'll be bringing you all the home games from Sarge Albert Stadium throughout the football season. Nolan O'Neill's getting some attention too on the sidelines now. Two-way lineman. Oh, rare punt for the Spartans.
Yep.
Third of the night. It's a good one. Good return to the outside, out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, great return by Aaron Lawson there.
Almost like a horse collar tackle, but they say no.
He's now shaken up too, Tom.
Yep. He definitely was Looks
Injury
like he was
timeout.
grabbed from the collar from behind.
Yeah, he's cramping as well. This is pretty unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen so many
Not this
cramps in a
many.
football game.
And it's hot tonight, but it's not the hottest game I've ever
Right.
broadcasted.
Well, and I was even talking, when I talked with Coach Lyons the other night, we were talking about that and kids being hydrated, and I was laughing, joking with him. I told him, I heard you telling the kids at practice after practice about staying hydrated, and clearly they're not. This is a lot.
Let me ask you something.
That will be something that will be talked about.
Was
I
he
can tell
talking
you.
to a group of teenagers?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep. I think they might take him serious after tonight.
Well, you're still raising teenagers. I'm way past that. I'm into grandkids, and let me tell you something, it's a lot more fun. Loss is going to have to come out. He's walking very gingerly. Remember the one time in the first half he cramped up and he stayed in and they threw the ball to him.
Yeah. Just got an update. Message Sam Sircone, the athletic director, and Alexander's in the locker room with cramps.
Well, your Cougars hold on to win 14-12 over Beaver Falls, Mike.
There we go.
Ambrose, ball is tipped and incomplete.
Ambrose's pass falls incomplete.
Braddock, I think, is trying to make
Second and 10.
too many plays. I think he's risking the ball a little bit tonight, and he's going to learn from that.
Sure. Yep, no doubt.
That was a forced pass there. It really wasn't an opening to Antonio Perry. The ball was tipped. Second down, 10 to go. But again, you're playing without Brendan Alexander up front and Ethan Shearer in the backfield. Pass is high and caught.
Got it.
Ball was tipped and somehow Schroeds pulls it in.
It was intended for Perry. He wasn't able to pull it in. It was a little high. And yeah, Schroeds was able to bring it down off of the tip.
Nice sportsmanship there by Xander Stern. He reached out his hand to tell Schroeds, nice catch. I like that.
Yeah, great.
Because Stern made some plays tonight as well.
No doubt.
And, you know, that's one guy, one athlete appreciating another athlete. You'd like to see that. Very impressed, Mr. Stern. First and 10 Warriors down to the Spartan 47. Whoa! Ethan Bosco is nailed in the backfield by Michael Lucas. Lucas shot the gap. No one touched him.
Yeah, he came through untouched. As soon as Bosco had the ball in his hands, he was getting hit.
Loss of about 8 on a play, or wait, 1, 2, 3, 5 on a play, 5 or 6. Second and long. Ambrose trying to get rid of it, and he does. He just threw it out of bounds that time. The receiver in the area.
Yeah, Montour did a pretty good job there. There was no one open down the field. Secondary did a good job.
That'll take us to the end of the third quarter.
That'll be the last play of the third quarter as the clock strikes 0 on the third. We're tied up at 20. Set for 12 more minutes of regulation, we should say, because who knows? Could our first game of the year go into overtime?
Yeah.
Typical rivalry game, two teams that know each other pretty well. have gotten a feel for each other through the first 3 quarters. Now it's just who's going to make the big play in the fourth quarter. And who's not going to make the big mistake probably might be the most important thing.
Yeah, no doubt. You get late into a game like this, whoever makes a big mistake or someone makes a big play could be the difference in the ball game. This point in time, with it being tied up like this, it's been tight all the way.
Never been more than a 2-score lead for anyone. Warriors faced though with a 3rd and 15 as we start the fourth quarter. Ambrose.
He was real fortunate there.
Yeah,
they've sniffed out the screen the last few times, and he was fortunate, threw it right into the gut of the defensive lineman there. Not sure who that was.
So a rare Antonio Perry punt for the night. The second. That could have been a disaster. Mark Lyons not happy about something.
Yeah, the play clock, they hadn't reset, so the play clock was about to expire.
Perry at his own 30, a low snap. He picks it up. Throws his timing off a little bit. Still kicks it down to the 20-yard line. And
oh boy.
Looks like a return. Out across the 30 to the 34. That was Stern. This Stern is an athlete. He's done everything. Defensively, a pick 6, a touchdown on offense, special teams plays.
Yeah, he has. We're working on a lot of tackling next week, too. We've been struggling a little bit wrapping people up tonight, too. Been in position, but just not wrapping up.
What a tough road task, though, test for Central Valley traveling to Thomas Jefferson.
Skurlak and McElhaney back in there.
We'll be back here in 2 weeks for the Bell Vernon game as we welcome the Leopards up from the beach. Direct snap again. Bennett out at quarterback. And Halajo back in there.
Said a little bit ago, Tom, they're definitely content on running the ball more with Alexander being out.
Yep.
And honestly, too, with Shearer being out at linebacker.
And they run it for the first down, but we got a flag.
I wonder if they maybe weren't set.
Yeah, that's a motion penalty.
Yeah, they weren't set before the ball was snapped.
On the Spartans.
Well, due to cramping and injuries, Mark Lyons has had a lot of kids in and out tonight. And here's another one coming in is Braden Parrish, the junior.
Yeah, Korea's coming out with a cramp.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
Will Shearer and his staff's going to ask for overtime pay.
Yeah. I'm surprised Will and Liz aren't cramping up.
Yeah. Well, if it stays tied and close, Mike, coming down to the end of the football game, one advantage I think Central Valley has is Dominic Pratt.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
Maybe his third field goal could win this football game if things stay the way they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when you know you don't have to, if it like you said, if it remains tied, and
you know, if you're at the
only need
20-yard
a
line,
field
you have a chance to score.
Yep. Well, the first half felt like it went pretty quick, but man, this second half has really been dragging on with all the timeouts with the cramps.
Hopewell wins 56-0 over Riverside. So the Vikings, we saw that score flip-flopped earlier, and I said that's got to be a mistake, and it turns out it was. Nothing against Riverside, but Hopewell was highly touted coming into the season, and they proved why tonight. Back to live action, 2nd down and 8. Halajo stopped for no gain. He might have lost a yard or two.
Good tackle there by Worsing.
Halajo on the carry. Brought down in the backfield by number 7.
That's where you got to get off the field again, 3rd and long.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 11.
I don't know if Bennett's hurting that bad or what. It's just interesting to me that they're
they're
got
not
him back
using
in
them more.
now. You know, they kind of gotten away from what they were doing in the first half.
You know what? Some kids get fatigued. Maybe he's got tired.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not 100% healthy.
Left guard moved on that.
He did, but was he initiated by the defense? In the NFL, you can call a defense on that, and they did call a defense on it.
They did, yeah.
Because it looked like they ran forward before the pre-snap penalty to try to force the snap, and that's what happened. So instead of 3rd and 11, it's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that hurts. A big penalty. You got to get off the field here. If you do, you get good, decent field position.
And that's why Bennett's back there again. Oh, inside handoff for a huge gain. And Halajo all the way down to the 40-yard line. Wow. By far his biggest gain of the night.
Yeah. Well, and again, they're taking advantage of the interior of the defensive line, which is pretty depleted right now.
Bennett's back out there. I think it was a matter of just giving him a break. Too many guys on the field for Central Valley.
We got a penalty for it, too.
Although Halajo picks up good yardage, they might decline it.
Halajo on the carry. Tripped up by number 20, Ethan Bosco. Good for a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. On the 34-yard line.
They're likely to decline it. Ciro's trying to decide. I think he's trying to get an explanation.
I don't know. I might take the penalty and get the down, get an extra down out of it. I don't think you can go wrong either way.
The official just picked up the football. I'm not sure what they're doing. Now they're moving the ball back. Looks to me like they declined the penalty, but they moved the ball back about a yard.
they did. Yeah, they did decline the
Actually,
penalty.
more than a yard. They moved the ball back 2 yards.
In that case, I would have accepted the penalty and got another down out of it. Or no, it's first. Now the scoreboard says 1st and 5.
Yep.
So they did accept it.
Yeah, they did.
High pass caught. Stern again.
Good tackle by Lawson.
Third is complete. Brought down by number 9.
Stern with the first down. Boy, this is Xander Stern. He's only 5'9", 165, but plays bigger than that.
I'll tell you what, Tom, you can tell Montour, they are content with, I mean, there's still a lot of time left, but there's surprisingly already under 8 minutes, and they're taking their good old time.
Yeah, they're grinding it. They don't, they're not in a hurry at all. Bennett's out there at quarterback. Alajo with it. And he's just looking like he did last year now. You know,
Right.
4, 5, 6 yards of the clip.
Like I said, with Alexander being out and with Shear being out, I mean, if I'm Montour, I'm going to do the same thing and say this is what we're going to do, and we're going to force you to try to stop us. And we don't really have an answer right now for it, and they're just running it down our throats.
Aljo breaks 3 for the first down.
Aljo on the carry.
Perry with the tackle. Now Warsing's cramped up on the field.
First down. Injury timeout.
I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
Still tied at 20 with 6:50 to go. Nice looking drive by Montour that started at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, they've got 1st and 10. I mean, they you know, if we can't get a stop here, they could work another 3-4 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, and they love to do that. Yeah, Lou Cyril wants to score, but he wouldn't mind it taking him 3 or 4 minutes. There's only Central Valley's only going to get so many offensive series after this drive.
Right, at the rate we're
Might
going,
just be
we might
one.
get one. Yep. Need to force a fumble here. Would be great.
Screen pass. Collins has it inside the 10. Very close to another first down.
Number 17, Archie Collins is complete.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be about 2 yards short. What Bosco and Schroeds and looked like Lawson was in on that, and Brady Knoll did a great job of flying to the ball there.
Lawson's done a nice job playing through cramps and injuries. He's been banged up all night, but he just won't come out of the lineup. He's really, you know, you can tell he's winded out there. He's playing his heart out. Halajo to the 5, 1st and goal.
Yeah, we just don't have an answer inside right now. It's pretty incredible, but the clock is all of a sudden becoming a factor. We said it a few minutes ago. It's obviously got 3 timeouts, so you've got plenty of time.
And now
they just worked it all the way down, and burned one.
That's a good timeout because you have momentum and you just want to focus on yours. The 1st and goal at the 5. You don't want to blow this opportunity.
Right.
They haven't had any luck with their kicking game, so I would imagine in Montour's mind they got to get a touchdown. Central Valley certainly missing the big guy, Brendan Alexander, up the middle.
Yeah, Yeah, no doubt.
Well, this is what you do in exhibition games, though. When you have an injury like that, you find out how deep you are. You find out who can help you out.
Yep.
Sure, you don't automatically replace a guy like Brendan Alexander, but you have to find some kind of a replacement.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and they have been rotating, like I said, at least Skurlak and McElhaney and Parrish, trying to keep those guys fresh. And Baker as well. McElhaney is in there right now, and Parrish. So it might be Nolan O'Neill in there as well.
And no Bennett, they'll have a shotgun formation again. And Howell shows into the end zone, touchdown. And a late flag. Boy, if that's a hold.
Yeah, I have to imagine where the flag came from. It is a hold.
If
Looks
that's
like
a hold,
it is,
that's a huge penalty.
It is a huge penalty.
You negate the touchdown and you back them up 10 yards.
Yeah, that's a huge penalty.
Now, after a timeout, you get a little breather. I'm shocked that Bennett wasn't in at quarterback there. But, I mean, they did score a touchdown.
Right.
But I'm still a little surprised. I mean,
Right.
it just, Lou Serra, who am I? He knows more about football than I ever will. But you just wonder, is this a fatigue factor for the young man? It has to be.
Yeah, well, and I also think, too, I mean, they know they can have success running the ball inside,
Well,
so
that's
he
true,
probably
yeah.
feels like he doesn't necessarily need to have him in there because they've been doing well without him in there just in the Wildcat.
Now they're back to
still
the
in
12,
there.
though. And Halajo just looks like a pinball machine scoring.
Yeah, some
Bouncing
poor
off
tackling
tacklers.
there, not wrapping up. Our body language doesn't look great either,
No.
even before the touchdown there. We just, for whatever reason, kind of looked, looked depleted a little bit. This game's far from over, that's for sure. Great drive by Montour, and that's definitely one that's tough for you to swallow if you're Central Valley, because they pretty much on that drive just enforced their will on us.
All important extra point is up and good. 27-20 Montour.
Got to answer.
Warriors have plenty of time and 3 timeouts left. So this has to be the drive of the game for Central Valley.
Yeah, this is a good test here too. You got to see what you're made of and continue to fight. You got to fight through the adversity. Like you said, plenty of time, 3 timeouts. Got to believe you can go down the field and do it.
Yeah, you don't have to get crazy and throw the ball all over the field. You have time to run the ball.
No need to panic.
Lawson back deep in the middle. That young man has poured his heart and soul into this football game tonight, as did a lot of the guys. Boy, you'd like to see him tear into one here, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it'd be great to get good field position on this. Be interesting. I mean, I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tom. I don't feel like they've kicked the ball deep that I recall, except for maybe once or twice all night.
Yeah, I'm not sure Neff has that strong. Well, they got it to 10, I think,
yep.
about as far as they've reached.
But they kicked the onside kick. They Mortar kicked it earlier. I think it was maybe towards the end of the half. I'm kicking it deep here. Make them earn it.
Well, it goes to the 20. And they get to the middle, out to the 35-yard line. That looked like Braylon Nastic with the return.
On the return for 24,
Yeah, got good field position, 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's decent field position. Good field position with plenty of time.
Yep, plenty of time, one play at a time. Just got to keep it getting positive yards and moving the sticks.
They throw the ball. Perry with the 9-yard gain.
Ambrose is pass to number 9, Aaron Lawson.
Actually, it was Lawson.
Brought down by number 5, Xander
Stern with the stop.
Yeah, that's a great pickup on first down. It was just a little speed out route by Aaron Lawson there. They sent the outside receiver to clear things out.
It's a nice call because they expected to run the ball there, I would think.
Yeah.
Montour was looking run. Now you put your situation on a 2nd and short. And they'll be hit for a loss, though.
Yeah, nothing there.
Met by number 55, Jacob Habadell.
I really think with having Ondrusik and Bosco have done well for 2 young kids, but with having Alexander out and
Shearer
they're going to have to, right, and having Shearer out. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the things have absolutely changed with us being able to run the ball with those 2 outs. So I think we're going to have to throw the ball here to be able to win this football game.
They're going to run it, and they're going to be short. They have no choice but to go for it, though.
Hand off to number 20, Ethan Bosco.
Bosco got a yard.
Brought down by number 3, Paul Medilli. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, here maybe you run Braddock on a rollout, run pass option type thing.
Yeah, you don't need a lot here. You just need to get 4 or 5 to get the first down. Yep, they're bringing heat here, which I would too.
Pass is complete for the first down. Bullet throw by Ambrose to Lawson.
It was the same play they ran just a few plays ago, just to speed out again. Good job by Braddock to get it out to Aaron. Good job by him getting enough for the first down.
Ambrose threw that with authority. 3:20 on a moving clock.
Yeah, he got plenty of time, but I'd also like to see him go with a little bit
quicker,
more urgency here too. I'd take what they give you. They've got no one over Lawson. The free safety's about 12 yards off the ball. I'd give it to him right now.
He wants it. He got it. And what a play by Collins. This kid is an athlete.
Pass out to Lawson is complete.
Yeah, it was a great
17,
great tackle.
Only a freshman, too. Lucero told me Pat Narduzzi better employ his dad for at least 3 more years so he sticks around. Ethan Bosco to midfield.
Down by number 9, Dalton Young. That's going to bring up 3rd down. And 7.
They called a timeout here.
Timeout. Central Valley.
Warriors will have 2 left after this. That's a huge 3rd down. You know what? Mark's making 2 calls right here. He's calling the 3rd down play and the 4th down play, so they know what's going to happen on these next 2 plays. Depending on what they pick up on 3rd down, of course.
Right. Yeah, and you really don't want to have to burn another one on 4th down, to save that 2nd time out. And again, you got 2 plays. That's a mindset you got to have right now. You don't have to get it on this play. You got 2 plays to get it.
Moon defeats Trinity 14-13 tonight. Tight win for the Tigers. Third and 7. Right at midfield for the Warriors. They trail it by 7 with 2:18 to go. Ambrose in some trouble. Now he's going to get to the outside. Throws it. Incomplete.
He's almost intercepted there.
Yeah, I think he should have. He had enough room to run if he just took the ball and ran up the sideline. He might have been better off.
Yeah, tough thing there. All those routes, at least it appeared to me, they were all deep past the sticks. Again, you got to have the mindset. You got 2 plays to get the first down.
Yeah, that's a 3rd down play. You're right. Good point, Mike. Because now it's 4th down.
Something looked. Watching the replay there, we ended up with 2 receivers in the same area, so it looked like there was some confusion in the middle of the field.
Now Perry limps off.
Well, this is likely the ball game here. We do have 2 timeouts, but
now you only got 1 because you take 1 here.
Timeout.
yeah, and here, honestly, I don't have a problem with them doing it. You got to, you got to get a first down here.
Well, yeah, there's no game if you don't move the sticks.
Right.
Your game's over.
And then you're going to have to.
Montour coughs it up somehow.
Right. And then you have definitely going to have to go up tempo because the clock is definitely a factor if you get the first down here with only 1 left.
So Montour will host Moon next week, and as I mentioned, Central Valley will travel to Thomas Jefferson.
Again here, you just need to get to the sticks.
Fourth and 7. Flag on the play. Ambrose got rid of it. There's a flag in the second.
So yeah, that's got to be defensive holding.
You would think that's defensive holding. What else could it be?
Yep. That play was a little bit late to develop. Braddock had, I think it was Lawson on the out route for the first down early, but wasn't able to get the ball to him. But yeah, where that flag is, that's got to be on.
It is,
yeah,
yep.
Defensive holding. That's a huge penalty.
It's a first down for the Warriors.
Huge penalty.
And the sad thing for Montour, it was nowhere near the play.
Right.
It had no effect on the play whatsoever.
Yep.
But the penalty's a penalty.
Yeah, looking at the replay, yeah, the backer just held Perry coming across the field. He didn't even need to do it. We'll take it.
Well, DB probably not seen exactly where Braddock is on the play, how far he was from that area of the field. You have to take advantage of it now. You go out.
Absolutely. It gave you new life. You got to do something with it.
That is a 10-yard
Get you down to
penalty.
the 40-yard line.
And the Central Valley Warriors first down.
Well, no, you got to go a little bit more up tempo now here too, especially if you're not getting out of bounds, because you don't want to put yourself in a place where you have to.
You need to keep
rush.
that one timeout too.
Right.
For an emergency. Pass caught.
There you go.
Lawson gets
Great
out of
job,
bounds.
Aaron, to get out of bounds.
Ambrose is passed on
And almost a round. No, he's a couple yards short.
Pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard
Pretty
line.
close. Yard shy.
Second and 1.
Well,
Yes.
again, move the sticks.
Huge to get out of bounds there.
Run it here and go. Still have to move the chains.
And for Braddock here, he's got no one open. Your best option is throw the ball away. He just needs to.
Sidecar on Drusick. And they throw it
He's got
away. Actually had Brady Knoll open.
Ambrose is passed to number 3. Brady Knoll falls incomplete.
I don't know. You know, Mike,
Yeah.
if it's me, I get the first down here. I run the ball and then I get up and spike it.
Yeah.
You still,
oh, yeah.
you need a couple more downs. So you only have a 3rd and 1. You gotta move the chains, I think.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. If they were to do that again, if the free safety to Noel's side, he went right to the middle of the field. If they just ran a post, it's a touchdown. They've got it here again if they want it.
And they run it for the 1st down.
And off number 20, Ethan Bosco. And that'll be good for Central Valley Warriors. 1st down.
And the clock will stop until they set the chains because of the 1st down. So that gives you time to get up and set and get your play off. Pass is complete, but that's tight over the middle. It's going to be a time consumer.
Ambrose is pass to number 11.
Lucas Jerevac with the catch.
Tell you what, Tom, they've got the skinny post with Brady Noel down here if they want it. If they can protect it, it's a touchdown. It's 1-on-1. They got no free safety.
And Ambrose loses the football. And that could be disastrous, and it is.
Yep. Yeah, he wasn't down.
No, he clearly was a fumble.
Fumble on the play.
Yeah, it clearly was a fumble. And Abram Kolodinsky with the fumble recovery. As Ambrose could not get rid of the football. Well, they have 1 timeout, but they can only stop the clock once. So Montour can just run out the clock.
Yep. Yeah, they were bringing pressure off the edge. Yeah, tough play.
But they got a lot of faith in Archie Collins on man coverage too, though. They think he's their best cover guy.
Yep.
Well, good valiant effort. We talked about the big loss to Brendan Alexander. He didn't play the entire 2nd half. Ethan Shear missed 3/4 of this football game.
Yeah, yep.
And Aaron Lawson played pretty much banged up. He's getting looked at by Will Shear.
Bennett will take the knee again.
Yep, that definitely hurt. But give Montour credit too. They battled, and I mean they fought through some injuries too. And it seemed like Bennett wasn't healthy in the 2nd half, but and give Central Valley credit too for giving themselves an opportunity late to give themselves a chance.
It's a good first game. I feel obviously if you're Central Valley, you want to get a W, but you play a team in a higher classification. You come out on the short end of the stick, but only by 7. Hopefully you get a couple of these guys healthy here within the next few weeks. Well, our final score here is Montour 27 and Central Valley 20. We'll be back in 2 weeks. As I mentioned, Central Valley will be on the road at Thomas Jefferson. Moon will travel to Montour. Let's look at the scoring in this game before we sign off real quick. First score of the game was a 9-yard touchdown catch by Xander Stern and Montour. 7-0 Montour with 8:30 to go in the first half. Central Valley came back. 2-yard touchdown run by Ethan Shear. Tied it up at 7 with 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Then a 10-yard run by the sophomore quarterback Brandon Bennett made it 14-7 near the end of the first quarter. Dominic Pratt kicked a 39-yard field goal to make it 14-10. Montour with 9:12 to go in the half, and then a pick 6 right at the end of the half. That really, we'll check that. Before that happened, we had an interception by Brendan Alexander of Central Valley to send up a Warrior touchdown, and then Brandon Ambrose snuck it in from 1 yard out to give Central Valley a 17-14 lead, and then a 60-yard pick 6 by Neff, the wide receiver, defensive back. Jack Neff done it all tonight. He takes it to the house. They missed the extra point, and our halftime score, Central Valley was down 20-17 as they missed the extra point. Second half, 43-yard field goal by Dominic Pratt tied it up at 20 with 4:11 to go in the third quarter. And then a 12-yard touchdown run with 5:08 left in the football game by Caden Halajo gave Montour a 27-20 lead. The Warriors couldn't come back. Pretty good effort. Mike, good first game, I think, overall. Lot of injuries with the cramps and whatnot, and we hope that Brendan Alexander and Ethan Shear can come back soon. Those are going to be the two biggest question marks coming out of this football game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and hopefully those guys are healthy for next week, because as we know, it's not going to get any easier as they go on the road to take on TJ. But yeah, some really good things. Young team, they've got a lot to look forward to, and one game, a lot to learn from, and a lot of mistakes that were made, but they're all correctable, and this is going to be a good football team. Yeah,
they're going to get better, obviously, as the year goes on. Well, thanks to everyone tonight for tuning in, and for Sean, Ethan, Mike, this is Tom saying good night from Central Valley Sarge Albert Stadium. Final score once again, Montour 27, Central Valley 20. Good night, everyone.